Coming up on Point News, the final presidential debate is in the history books. Find out how students reacted.
Coming up in Point News, I'll tell you how one local restaurant is giving back to the community with free meals.
And the Science Center has a new exhibit all about the human body. Point News starts now.
Live from the Point Park University Broadcast Center in downtown Pittsburgh, this is Point News.
Good afternoon, I'm Blaine King.
And I'm Aaron Myler. It was Trump versus Clinton Part 3. The final presidential debate took place last night at UNLV.
This was the final time the two candidates will meet face-to-face before the election. Point Park students gathered in the City Center for Media Innovation to watch the debate. Students were able to hear both candidates plead their case to be elected presidents. Topics included the Supreme Court, abortion, and immigration. But a lot of the focus was on how both candidates would treat each other after all the tension from the previous debate.
I think it's improved in some ways. I feel like the moderator has had some more control, and I feel like Hillary was more prepared this time to combat the negative things that she knows Trump is going to bring up.
Polls taken after the debate shows that 52% of the people believe Hillary Clinton won the debate, while under 39% believe Donald Trump did. A reminder, Election Day will be held on November 8th this year.
Both camps are shifting their attention to the battleground state of Pennsylvania. Donald Trump will campaign tomorrow in Johnstown, while Hillary Clinton's campaign running mate Tim Kaine will be in State College. Former President Bill Clinton will also be in Pennsylvania tomorrow with a campaign stop in Montgomery County.
Another race Pennsylvania voters have their radar on is the U.S. Senate seat. Democrat Katie McGinty is taking on incumbent Republican Senator Pat Toomey. Point News reporter Josh Krupp was there when these candidates hit the debate stage.
One that could shift the balance of power in the United States Senate. And on Monday, here behind me at the KDKA TV studios in Gateway Center, it was the first of two debates between Pat Toomey and Katie McGinty.
They've spent millions on a race that has caught the attention of the nation, and Monday they shared a debate stage. The incumbent Toomey is one of the most vulnerable in 2016 to lose re-election. His Democratic challenger McGinty has criticized him for months for not taking a stance on Donald Trump. Toomey didn't take a position on Trump at the debate.
I think I answered that question directly. I think it was the first or second question in the debate, and my answer hasn't changed since the debate ended.
The debate covered a wide range of topics, including gun control and environmental issues. But things got interesting when Toomey said all the police organizations in the state endorsed him for Senate.
None of them have endorsed Katie McGinty.
That's not true. I have been endorsed by law enforcement organizations as well. Thank you very much.
What police FOP
I
has
have been
endorsed
endorsed as well.
But McGinty couldn't and didn't name any law enforcement organization that did in fact endorse her. Both candidates were asked afterwards who won the debate.
Yeah, I think I won the debate. Yeah, that was a good debate. I mean, it was, quite a vigorous back and forth, but I'm very pleased with how I did.
This is about the people of Pennsylvania winning.
The second and final debate between McGinty and Toomey won't be here in Pittsburgh or at KDKA. It'll be in Philadelphia on October 24th. Outside of Gateway Center, reporting for Point News, I'm Josh Krupp.
Moving on from the U.S. Senate to the U.S. House of Representatives. Longtime Democratic Congressman Mike Doyle is facing a challenger who has his work cut out for him. Point News reporter Alex Grubbs is live in the studio with this exclusive interview with Lenny McAllister. Alex?
Thanks, Aaron. Pennsylvania's 14th District Republican candidate Lenny McAllister thinks college students are the key to his campaign. McAllister reached out to college students to help campaign for the November 8th election. Buford's kitchen became the battleground to discuss the plan to reach out to more voters. McAllister is taking on incumbent Democrat Mike Doyle for his seat. He's held for 22 years. He feels the best way to get the gears rolling before the election is through college students.
That we can't have career politicians doing the same exact thing that they've been doing for quite some time and expect that we're going to warm it over and get different results for the next 2 years, the next 4 years, etc. We'll be signing up shortly.
McAllister and Doyle will be debating at the Community of Reconciliation Church in North Oakland on Monday, October 24th at 6 p.m. Reporting for Point News, I'm Alex Grubbs.
Thanks, Alex. The United States continued to improve its relationship with Cuba. Late last week, the White House announced that President Obama has lifted its cigar and alcohol embargo. That means an unlimited amount of tobacco and alcohol is now allowed into the United States from Cuba.
For younger generations, many hobbies revolve around the use of technology. Sometimes it's a video game or maybe a game on your cell phone. But some millennials are putting their phones aside and picking up a hobby that's been around for generations. Point News reporter Trevor Sheets will spin you a yarn on what this activity is.
Knitting and crocheting usually bring up memories of Grandma sitting in her chair for hours making a quilt. But 28-year-old Kathleen Cosentino, on the other hand, can make Grandma's quilt and so much more. Cosentino started crocheting by helping her mom make baby blankets as gifts, but as she gained experience, she started doing other projects.
I'm starting to crochet a lot of different things. I've made baby blankets, pillows. I've done the amigurumi, the stuffed animals. So I've done stuffed Pokeballs. I've done scarves. I've done hats. So a variety of things.
Where does she get her inspiration from? The internet, of course. With the introduction of websites like Pinterest and Instagram, millions of people can share their designs and patterns for others to enjoy. Now, for students interested in learning how to knit or crochet, there's actually a club right here on campus that can teach you everything you need to know to get started. The Knitting, Crocheting, and Crafting Club meets every Monday on the first floor of Lawrence Hall, and according to the president of the club, Nicole Miller, you do not have to have any experience to join.
We'll teach you. You don't have to know anything. We have supplies that you can use while you're here. You can buy your own depending on what you feel comfortable doing, but we can teach you either knitting or crocheting.
The people that attend the club are of varying levels of experience, and when Miller first started, she had no idea what she was doing either. So no matter if you have never picked up knitting needles before like some of the newer members of the knitting club, or have been knitting for years like Kathleen Cosentino, all are welcomed in this old hobby that has become new for college students. The Knitting, Crocheting, and Crafting Club meets every Monday at 5:30 p.m., and any of Cosentino's work can be viewed on her Facebook page by searching her name. Reporting for Point News, I'm Trevor Sheets.
Coming up, the way Americans spend their Thanksgiving Day may be a lot different this year, and the reason why might surprise you.
And need a way to de-stress during terms? Coming up, we'll show you the cute and fluffy way to do so.
We are a social people. We share our inspiration, wisdom, creations, and memories. We share what makes us laugh and what angers us. Built on the notion of a free flow of ideas, our country thrives on the freedom of speech. Without it, who would watch over our governing powers? And how would we share our history to make a difference for the future? It's this freedom to share that gives us a reason to listen.
All right, guys, any questions on the script? We good to go?
Yep, right. Should be good.
All right, great. All right, yeah, camera 3, set up right there. Camera 2, use the ball when you're moving this around, but set up for the 2 shots, just right there. Weather, how we doing?
It gon' rain.
Perfect.
Welcome back to Daybreak. I'm Sarah Mackin with the real host, Adrian Dillon, was seen snuggled up in
All right, prompter. We got everything in. We're good to go? Key Pro, everything loaded. We're good to go? All right. Tyler, any questions?
That shot looks fine.
3, 2, 1. Bring up camera 2. Open mics. Cue talent.
Good morning and welcome to Daybreak. I'm Blaine King.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm Aubrey Henkin.
And I'm Aaron Myler.
And this is Entertainment on Point.
Beyonce has surprised us again.
Kanye West just tweeted.
This was a huge weekend at the box office.
A fan favorite TV show just got canceled. Guess what band is coming to the city? And the award went to...
But did you see her engagement ring?
Her outfit was awful. I would fire her stylist.
Tune in for all of your Hollywood gossip and pop culture news.
Entertainment on Point.
Get into the point of pop culture.
Yeah!
Welcome back to Point News. This afternoon, we're talking about good food for a good cause.
Point News reporter Alex Martich has the story of one local Pittsburgh restaurant and how they made it easier for Pittsburghers to eat out.
Hello, I'm Alexander Martich, standing outside of Winghart's in Southside, where today they will be opening their doors and their menu to the community. Today, Winghart's Burger and Whiskey Bar held their Free Food Day. Director of Operations for Winghart's Restaurant Group, Colin Smith, described it as a unique opportunity and hopes that other Pittsburgh restaurant groups will follow suit.
We wanted to remove all those feelings from people and give them a chance to really come in to a normal restaurant environment.
While Winghart's did offer their entire menu free of charge, they did more than just that. They asked for patrons to give donations, all of which were given to the Light of Life. Light of Life is a rescue mission that meets the immediate needs of the poor and homeless while empowering men and women.
It seems unbelievable that they're giving their entire menu away and asking people just to make donations to Light of Life. And so their generosity is greatly appreciated, and we really could not do what we do at Light of Life without people like Colin and Winghart's.
The event attracted several hundred people from all walks of life. It also raised over $1,000 for the Light of Life.
If you would like to learn more about Winghart's, come check them out down on Southside on East Carson Street or look them up on Facebook. For Point News, I'm Alexander Martich, currently digging into these fries. So good.
A lot of stores are getting publicity for closing on Thanksgiving, but one department store with stores right here in the area will be open. Officials for Macy's say not only will they be open on Thanksgiving, but they're opening their doors an hour earlier than last year. The company says this is in response to consumers' growing interest in shopping on Thanksgiving.
Coming up, a major Steeler undergoes surgery after an injury during Sunday's game. Find out who.
And we'll take a look at how the Point Park international soccer players are adjusting to America and the difference in the way the sport is played.
Here on the Pioneer Sideline, we talk a lot about sports in the studio, but it's beforehand when the conversation is actually interesting.
I hope I have enough powder on. I don't want to be too shiny on camera.
No, Trevor, I think it looks good. Every week you pull it off.
Ah, thanks, Phil. Man, your hair looks great tonight, by the way.
You sure? Yeah, I mean, I got a new haircut, but it looks all right.
Hey, guys. Does this make me look fat?
No,
you look great.
You look good. Yeah, Kyle.
Thanks. I was really...
Sports! Yeah!
Ever wanted to be behind the mic and have the world listening to your show on campus? Well, it's just as simple as joining WPPJ, Point Park's student-run radio station, located on the second floor of Lawrence Hall, right next to the dining services. Listeners can tune in using Point Park's website or through the TuneIn app by searching WPPJ. WPPJ welcomes any new DJs that want to get involved, so be heard. Do you have what it takes?
Well, no one showed up to the show tonight. Follow my lead. In 3, 2, take 2, open mics, cue talent. Good evening and welcome to UView News. I'm Josh Krupp. We begin with breaking news out of West Penn Hall. Ready, 3, take lower third. Traffic is backed up in the West Penn elevator line after elevator 1 broke down on the 7th floor. Lose lower third. Maintenance advises students to take the stairs to avoid delays. Ready, 2, take 2. In other news, no, you know what? I didn't sign up for this. We need crew. Join UView. Take alien hand transition.
We are currently halfway through the semester here at Point Park, which means midterm exams are in full effect, leaving many students stressing out.
However, a few of man's best friends are looking to change that. Twice a month, the Western Pennsylvania Humane Society brings dogs to campus as part of its Hug a Hound program. The event is held in the Lawrence Hall lobby, where students and staff can take time out of their day to sit and pet the animals. This event not only helps students to de-stress, but it allows for students who are away from their own pets to feel more at home.
It's perfect. It's just perfect because just like my puppy's name is Presto Changeo, you walk into a room and people light up and they smile and they're just happy to be there. And it's good to see people in the moment, in that specific setting, just having a really good time. So yeah, it's kind of an instant high, and it's all legal.
The event is sponsored by the Point Park University Student Counseling Center, which said Hug-a-Hound will return around finals week.
The Pittsburgh area is well known for its role in the world of healthcare, which is why a local museum has dedicated a brand new exhibit to explore the human body. The Carnegie Science Center debuted its brand new exhibit, Bodyworks, Friday, October 14th. The exhibit takes up the entire third floor of the building and took approximately 18 months to complete. The installation includes a number of interactive displays, including an X-ray table and a fake womb that allows children to see what a baby looks like during pregnancy.
People like the stuff that makes noise, whether it's the fart stools again or the brain activity where you try to trace a star by the reflection in the mirror and set off an alarm if you don't do that. I mean, and the heartbeats, you put your hands on two plates and a bass drum pounds out your actual heartbeat. So those are the kind of things that really engage people.
Another part of the body exhibit showcases human body parts, including the lungs of a smoker and a non-smoker, and a heart. The parts are preserved by a process called plastination, which allows the liquid in the body, is replaced with plastic. The exhibit will remain at the Science Center for 7 to 10 years, according to Bateman. So guests will have plenty of time to explore the Bodyworks in person.
We had some record-breaking high temperatures this week.
Let's send it over to Mark Doby to see, will it continue throughout this weekend? Mark?
Thanks, Aaron and Blaine. If you were able to take a walk outside at your lunch break today, you can see the temperatures outside are very, very comfortable. With actually just a high of 78 degrees right now in downtown Pittsburgh in the viewing area. Tonight's going to be a low of 51 with a chance of rain probably around midnight and wind coming out of the south-southwest around 5 miles an hour. If we want to take a look at the rest of the weekend, Friday, tomorrow is going to be about 51 degrees with a low of 44 and a percent of chance rain at about 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock hour. That's when you'll be getting the best bet of rain. Now, if we look on Saturday, 51 degrees and a low of 42, and it's just a slight chance of precipitation in the night. And also Sunday is going to be nice and autumn-like with 60 degrees, a low of 50, and just a 10% chance right around the morning commute on Monday morning. We're going to toss it to Chloe for sports.
Thanks, Mark. Steelers coach Mike Tomlin announced that quarterback Ben Roethlisberger will not play Sunday against the New England Patriots. On Monday, Ben had surgery on his left knee following an injury he sustained during last week's game against the Dolphins. He is expected to make a full recovery. Speaking of injuries, Sidney Crosby is still off the ice after being diagnosed with another concussion. His return is still TBA. The Pens, meantime, have had back-to-back losses. First Monday night against Colorado, then Tuesday against Montreal. The Pens look to get back on the winning side of things tonight when they play the San Jose Sharks. The Point Park women's soccer team consists of ladies from all over the United States and also from other countries like England and Scotland. Point News reporter Veronica Buccelli sat down with a few of those international players to get their thoughts on American soccer.
Some international ladies came to the United States to play collegiate soccer, but the sport here in America differs greatly than it does in their home countries of England and Scotland.
Soccer's different in America because it's much more of like a physical game, whereas in England it's a lot more tactical.
Forward Bella Wilson is a native of Scotland, and she will be working on that physical aspect of American soccer this season.
When I came here, I got a massive fright as to how fit everyone was compared to back home. Nowhere near as fit as Americans are.
But Izzy Hunter says that soccer players in England have a leg up on Americans in the technical ability department.
We have more technical ability than the Americans do. So for us it's more get the ball down and play, whereas them it's more let's run.
The international ladies told me that soccer in America can be more of an individualized sport. I guess us Americans can be ball hogs.
We like to play one touch and ping balls over the top, whereas like create plays, whereas Americans seem to run, dribble with it more.
We gotta win this goal! Regardless of what country they come from, these Point Park ladies have become close friends this season and can be seen cheering each other on during home games at Highmark Stadium. The Point Park University women's soccer team is currently 2-6-2 overall, and they will be facing off against Midway and Brescia in Kentucky over the weekend. Reporting for Point News, I'm Veronica Buccelli.
Well, that does it for this week's Point News. Be sure to join us next Thursday live at 2 p.m.
Have a great week, everybody.